Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. On the channel today I've got an interesting Sudoku variant. This was created by Ashish Kumar for his patrons of Enthralling Sudoku, and I'm also a patron of Enthralling Sudoku, and I can vouch for the quality of the Sudokus, having solved them month after month. This is from the June edition, so I'll add the link to his Patreon page. Please do check it out. They are all handcrafted and have really good solve paths. So I would highly recommend you to check his Patreon page for more information on his Sudokus. So let's move on to the rules now. This is a variant I don't think we have covered much on the channel. First seen odd even. I think we have covered one or two Sudokus, maybe, not sure. So the rules are each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9, no repetitions. And then I'll read the rules verbatim. An even digit outside the grid must be the first even digit seen from that direction. And an odd digit outside the grid must be the first odd digit seen from that direction, right? So for example, if you see the clue outside row 3, you have an 8 clue. It means that when you look at the row from left to right, 8 must be the first even digit. And similarly, let's say you look at the row from this direction, from right to left. Since you have a 3 clue outside, then 3 must be the first odd digit that you encounter when you move along the grid in this direction, move along the row in that direction. And similarly, let's say you have this clue, 2 clue. So when you look from down to top, 2 must be the first even digit. And when you, let's say we look at this last example, when you look at the column from top to bottom, 4 must be the first even digit. So I think those examples must be clear in illustrating the rules. Let's start this Sudoku now, and the link to solve this is in the description of the video. So let's jump into the Sudoku. So the first thing I'm seeing, I have a 3 clue here and a 3 here, so which means you can't have a 3 there, so that is clearly an even digit. So should I color or should I write the possibilities? Let's maybe color a bit. Let's use red for even. So let's go with 2, 6, 8 here, because you have 4 outside column 3, so 4 can never be here. Okay. And next thing. Okay, something interesting here. There is a 4 outside row 7 and 4 outside column 3. So which means 4 must be in these 4 cells. But 4 can easily be eliminated here because it is not the first even digit from those directions. 4 is in one of these 2 cells. Now a 4 here forces a 2 here and a 6 here and an 8 here, which is seemingly fine. Okay. Right, you can see the same thing happening across the symmetrical part of the grid. So look at this area. You can never have 8 here because of the 8 clue outside row 3 and 8 clue outside column 7. So 8 can never be in any of these cells because then the rule will be violated. So 8 is in one of these 4 cells. Okay, so look at the 3 clue here. You have a 3 clue outside column 7 and a 3 clue outside row 3, both in box 3. And the same thing happens here in this box. So I think we can do something here. So 3 has to be, yeah, 3 has to be in this L-shaped area, because if you don't, then all these cells are forced to be even, because you can't have any odd digit. If it is an odd digit, then it has to be 3 first. So if I eliminate 3 from this L-shaped area, then all these have to be even, which is clearly not possible. You can have a maximum of 4 even digits. So 3 must be in this area for sure. Now if I have a 3 here, then both of these would be even and both of these would be even, which is not possible because we already removed 1 evens and we would still need 4 evens. So this is not a 3. So 3 is in one of these 4 cells. So I can do the same thing here. 3 must be in this L-shaped area, because without which all these are forced to be even, and that is clearly not possible. So 3 is in one of these 4 cells. Now coming back to this area again. Wow, that's nice. You can't have 3 here, because if you do, let's say you have a 3 here, then 3 is eliminated from all these cells. And for the clue outside column 7, all these would be forced to be even, and this is also even for the clue outside row 3. And now you have 5 even digits, right? There is an 8 here and 4 more red cells, which is clearly not possible. So which means 3 is not here. And using same logic, you can eliminate 3 from here, because if you do have a 3 here, then all of these are forced to be evens, including this cell as even. And now you have again 5 evens in the box. So 3 is also not there. So 3 is either here or here. Very interesting. So if I have a 3 here, then all these are evens, right, for that clue. And if I have a 3 here, then all these would be evens. So in both the cases, this is an even cell. Excellent. And it cannot be 8, 2, 4, 6. Wow, so much stuff for... Okay, 3 can't be here, because then for this clue, I mean, wherever I put the blue cell, just look at the clue to the left of that, because I'm unable to put a box outside the grid. So just please bear with me. So the clue outside row 7 here, then we'll take all these as even, but you already have 2 evens in this area, right? So you can't have 3 here. So 3 is in one of these cells. So this is again forced to be even. Right, so all these kind of variants always have very slow moving solve paths. You won't be able to get digits very fast. You need to get a lot of information on the parity of the cells before you can get some good progress. Okay, and again, so we have 3 evens in here in these 4 cells. You've got a total of 3 evens. Now 4 can easily be eliminated here, because if you have a 4 here, this is forced as 2, this is forced as 6, and you have 2 more evens. So clearly 4 is not going there. And now I can't have 3 here, then both of these are evens, and that gives you total of 5 evens. 3 is not here, so 3 is in one of these 2 cells. And now for this clue, I mean the clue below that blue box, 3 has to be in one of these cells, right? Because 3 has to be the first seen odd digit, and you can't have 3 anywhere here. You will need to have at least 4 more digits, in front of 3 or, ahead of 3, whichever way you're looking at. So 3 has to be in one of these 2 cells. Okay. So this is also forced as even now. And now I have 4 evens in this box, so all these are odds. Let's use green for odds. So these must be 2, 6, 8, and you have a 6 clue outside that row. So this is 6. Excellent. So we got some digits here, and we have a 3 clue outside this row. So this is 3. That's nice. And look at these 3 cells. They can't take a 5 because of 5 clue outside column 2. So 5 is forced here. That becomes 1, 7, 9. And 1 cannot go here because of the 1 clue outside row 8. So that's 7, 9. Interesting. Let's make this red. So this can't be 4 because you have a 4 here. So that's green. That's an odd digit. And it cannot be 3, 5, or it cannot be 7. So it has to be 1 or a 9. Excellent. Okay, so using classic, I have 3 in one of these 2 cells. Of course, I can't have 3 here because that would violate this clue, the 1 clue. 1 is in one of these 2 cells. 1 has to be the first seen odd digit. And because you have a 3 in column 7, This can't be a 3. So 3 is forced here, 1 is forced here. Okay. What do we have next? Okay, you have a 3 here, so 9 has to be the first odd digit. 9 goes here. Now that removes 9 from this cell. Okay. So on a side note, this is one of the Sudokus I have not yet solved from his Patreon of June month. July month I'm even yet to start. So I thought, why not make a video on this and complete it online. Okay, this cell is not a 9, so it's even digit, and it has to be 2, 6, 8. Now if you look along row 9, 5 can't be here. 5 has to be in one of these two cells. Okay, so slightly some resistance here. So what do we do? Let's come back to this box. Can we deduce where the 3 goes? Okay, something interesting. So no matter where the 3 goes, either if this cell is a 3, then these 3 will be even, and you have got your quota of 4 even digits. And if this is a 3, then these 3 will be even, and you again got your quota of 4 even digits. So in this area, there can only be 3 odd digits and 1 even digit, because the rest of the 3 even digits will either be laid out this way or it will be laid out this way. So this has 3 odd and 1 even. That's interesting. Which means this is a 5 or 8, can't be anything else. And similarly, this will either be, if it's even, it's 8, if it's odd, it's 7. This is forced. Okay, let's remove the 8s from there. So 5, 8, 7, 8. Okay. Where does the 9 go now? 9 is not here. 9 is not here. 9 is not here. So 9 has only 2 cells, either this cell or this cell. Interesting. We haven't looked at this row yet for the 3. So 3 is not here due to box reduction. 3 can be here. It cannot be here because of this given clue. So 3 is in one of these 2 cells. That is interesting. Okay, nice. So 7 must be in one of these 2 cells, because if not, then both of these will be forced as even, but we know that there is only 1 even in this area. So 7 must be in one of these 2 cells, and similarly 5 must be in these 2 cells, because if you don't have 5, then both of these are forced as even, and again that's not possible. So 5 is in one of these 2 cells. 7 is in one of these 2 cells. Excellent. Okay, let's look at this 2 clue outside column 8. 2 must be in one of these 3 cells. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that seems fine. Oh, that's not possible because of classic. 3 is in one of these 2 cells, and 5 is forced in front of that. So 5 is in one of these 2 cells. And now you can't have 2 here, right? Because you will need all these as even. Not possible. Can you have 2 here? So which means 4, 6, 8, but you already have 2 odd digits in those 4 cells. So 2 is not here. So 2 has to be forced here. And you have 3, 5 here, 1, 2, 7, and 9. So this will be 4, 6, 8. Now this cell, if it is even, it is 8, because 2, 4, and 6 are ruled out. So it's 8. If it's odd, it's 1. So it's 1 or 8. Wow. As you can see, I mentioned at the start that in these kind of variants, there will always be minuscule progress. You won't get a flurry of digits until much later into the solve. So we are, going slow and steady, I would say. Okay, so I've placed a 3 in one of these two cells, right? So 2, 4, 6. This isn't doing much. 3 can't be here because of the clue outside row 3. Could have used that. So 3 goes here, 5 goes here. And that forces 5 in here, forcing 7 in here. Excellent, guys. Forcing 8 in here. So we got a mini flurry of digits, you can say. That's really nice. So I wish I could highlight the clues outside. Is there a way to select? I don't know. Maybe there is some setting option. Not sure. And now 5 in here, 5 in here. So 5 is in one of these cells. I'm not inclined to mark that. Okay. So this is 4, 6, 8 using Classic. And the fact that this is an even cell means that 8 must be in one of these two cells, because if not, then this cell turns to be 4, 6 and 8 is violated. So clearly 8 must be in one of these two cells. Okay. So I have 3 odd digits in here. So if I have a 4 here, we could have used Classic, guys. You have 2, 6, 8 here, so you can't have 2, 6, 8 here. So 2, 6, 8 is in these 3 cells, right? Oops, I accidentally pressed something. Okay, so that's not a 4, that's a 2, 6, 8. So this is a 2, 6 and this is an 8, right? 2, 6, 8 is first in these cells, and because this is the this cell has this row has 8 as the first even digit, 8 is first here, 6 goes here, 2 goes here, and 7 must be in one of these two cells. That's interesting, and that forces 7 in one of these two cells, but you can't have 7 here due to the clue outside row 4, so which means 7 is forced in this cell, and which means this has to be a 1, 8 or a 9. Of course, I can eliminate the 1 there because of the clue outside. That's 8, 9. Excellent. So can we have a 4 here? So for row 3, I must have 4 in one of these two cells, because without which that row can never survive. You either have a 4 here or a 4 here. You can't start from a 4 here and force 4 even digits. So 4 is in one of these two cells. Okay then. So how long am I into my solve? 17 minutes. So I haven't yet looked at this part. Okay, this is an even digit, right? Because you have 7 here, that's supposed to be even. And now, okay, 6 is here, so that's 4, 8. And nice, so we get both of these digits now. So that's 1, that's a 9. Oh, what did I do? Sorry, I think I have made some mistake here. Okay, 6, 8. Oh, it should be 1, 6 and 9, right? So this was 1 or a 9 and this was 1, 6 or 9. I placed 1, 8, 9 there. And now you have 1, 9 pair in these cells. Of course, 6 can't be here because of this clue. So 6 is here. And 9 can't be here because of the 1 clue. So that's 1, that's 9. Excellent. So 3, 5, 6, 2, 8, 9. So 1, 4, 7. Don't have a 7 here. And which means these 3 cells are 3, 5 and 9. And this becomes a 4, 8 pair. Okay. I can't have 3, 5 here because of the 9 clue outside this row. That's supposed to be a 9. That's a 3, 5. Okay, so the first 3 columns have some good progress. So let's think of it here. 2, 6, 8, 3, 5, 9, 1, 4 and 7. Okay. What do we do here? Okay, 8 in rows 1 and 3, which means 8 must be in one of these 3 cells. Okay, so that isn't much helpful. Okay, this cell can't take 139, and if it's odd it's 5 and 7, and if it's even it has to be 8. Okay, that I can just place it in 5, 7 and 8. Oh, 6 is here, so that's not 6, that's 2, 4. Okay. Right, so again some severe resistance in the Sudoku. So this is even, right? It's an even digit, and it has to be a 2, 4, 8. Okay, so 7 has to be in one of these two cells. You can't start with a 7 here and then force 4 odds, behind that. So 7 is in one of these two cells, and the remaining odds will be sandwiched here. So 7 is in one of these two cells, and that forces 7 in one of these 3 cells because of Sudoku. And because 7 is in one of these 5 cells in column 6, so 7 cannot be here, so 7 is forced in this domino, right? Okay, so the fact that I'm unable to highlight the clues outside is a big disadvantage, because I keep looking at the used or spent clues which are offering me no information. Okay, 7, right? Nice. For this clue outside column 6, 7 is either here, it cannot be here, it cannot be here. So 7 is in one of these two cells. That isn't giving anything. Beautiful. Now look at box 3. You can't have 3 here, because then that would force both of these as even, and now you have 5 evens in row 3. Not possible. So 3 is forced here, which means these two cells are even, which means 9 cannot go here, 9 goes here. Nice, that was a good sequence, I would say. So these two will be 2, 4, 6, can't be 2, and that's a 1. This is not a 1. Okay. And this is not 3. I'm placed already a 3 here. And for this column, 3 must be in one of these two cells in order to satisfy the clue outside. Okay, if I have 3 here, 7 is forced here. This is forced to be even, so... Oh, not possible, not possible. So if you start with 3 here, then all of these are forced to be odds. But you have already 3 odds here, and you can't take 3 more odds. Now, there's a maximum 5 odds in a box. So that's a 3, that's a 7. And both of these are now forced to be odds, because you can take maximum 2 odds here. And then, which means for this column, all these 3 will be odds. Okay, so the rest of the digits here must be even, because the 2 odds are here, and that gives a total of 5 odds. So which means this is 4, this is not a 5, that's a 5, because 5 was in one of these two cells, right? So this is 2, 6, 8, and this is 2 and 6. This will be 2, 4, 6, so this is not a 2, that's 4 and 6. Okay, 7 goes in one of these two cells, and for this column 8 must also be here, right? That removes 8 here. Okay, look at this row. This is 1 or a 7. I have 3, 4, 5, 9 and 2, 6 and 8, so that's 1 and 7, and it's supposed to be a 1. So that's a 7, that's a 9, that's a 1. I think I went a bit fast there. So this was 7, that was 9, and that was 1. Okay. What next? Okay, because this is even, 6 is forced in one of these two cells. That's not a 6, that's a 2, 4, and 4 is not here. 2, 8. This is a 1, 9 for the column. And 1 is here, so which means this is 1, that is 9. Now 1 in row 4 is here. So which is the clue on it to look at? Okay, this 3 clue outside column 4. 3 is either in this cell, cannot be here, it cannot be here, it cannot be here. It can be here, in which case all of these would be evens. Is that possible? That's a really interesting question to ask. Seems possible. So this is 3, this is 1, this is 7, this is 9, and this is 5. Oh, that isn't possible, guys. That isn't possible. Nice. You can't have 3 here. A bit of a look ahead, you can say. If you have a 3 here, what happens is these 3 cells will take 5, 7, 9, right? So 9 would be forced here, 7 would be forced here, and 5 would be forced here. Now look what happens. You have a 5 in this domino, you have a 5 here. Now this area will never take a 5. Box 6 is stranded. There's no 5 possibility there. So you can say a bit of a look ahead. But I mean, there may be better directions to solve from here. But this is what I was able to see. 3 can't go here, so 3 is going here. Okay, that should give us something. That was really kind of look ahead. Sadly, it isn't yielding much. 3 is going here because of, classic. And the fact that 3 is here, 9 must be in one of these 3 cells because 9 is the first dot, and 9 can't be here, 9 can't be here. So 9 is here. Excellent. And now 9 is here using classic, can't be here, 9 is here. Okay, so this is an even digit. Has to be 2, 4, 8. And 5 isn't here, so 5 is here. 6 is not here, which means this is odd digit. Let's put a green there, and it is not 1, 3, 5, and 9, so that's a 7. Okay, that's interesting. 7 is now forced into this cell. Okay, 5, 6 pair. 6 has to be here, right? You can't have 6 here. And which means this is a 2 now. That is 6. That is 2. That is 8. 8. 2, 4. This is also 2, 4. And now this can be resolved. That's 8 and that's 7. Wow. So 2 here gives me a 4, 6. That 4 resolves this. 8, 4. And this is 2 or a 5. This is a 5 or 8. Oh, this can't be 8 because 6 is the first even digit. 5, 2, 8. That 5 resolves this. 5, 3. So now 3 is forced. 3 goes here, which means this is a 4, 8 pair, and 8 is in here. So 8 is here and 4 is here. 2 is here and 4 is here. And now 8 is here. So which means you need to have 6 before that digit because of the clue outside. So 6 goes here, 5 goes here. And this is a 6 and a 9. 6 isn't here. So that's 9, that's 6. And I need 1, 2, 5 here. I have 1 and 5. So that's a 2. That becomes 1, 5. So this will be, why have I put a 4 here? How did a 4 come here? I have no clue. Oh, okay. That was because of this row 2 clue. 4 must be in one of these 2 cells, right? So 4 is not here now, which means 4 is forced here. That's a 7. That's a 1. So this is 8 and 9. And 9 is here. So that's 8. That's 9. Okay. Now I can't have 7 here because then I'll only have 3 odd digits under that. You need 4. So that's a 7. This is 4, 6 for the row. So this is 2, 6. And I must have 1, 2, 6 here. a 2 4 5 here. Okay, I can't have 2 4 here, so that's a 5, which means 5 goes here, 1 goes here, so that's a 6, that's a 2, that's a 4, that's 6, that's 4, that would be 1, and that would be 2. And with that, we completed this really nice Sudoku by Ashish. So I'm glad that I could solve this live for you guys. As I said, this was one of the Sudokus I have not completed from the Patreon month of June. I'm yet to touch the July Patreon stuff. So hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you soon again with a video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.